So the first thing we would do is use an oil, and then we would do the legs first. And the reason for that is because the legs are the most, or the least vulnerable area on the body. They're the furthest from the heart, and less reluctant to touch than other areas. When you use the oil, it's always a good idea to put a little bit on your hand. I'll share that with you there. And rub it in front of your baby. The baby will actually get to know that sound. They will know what's coming next, and they'll look forward to that. By rubbing the all-natural oil on your hand, it also enhances your own smell, and so the baby can smell you a little bit more as you do that. Okay? And the other benefit is it warms your hands, and hopefully they're warm for the baby. Okay, so the first thing we would do is just ask your baby permission, and you can just hold them by the head and say, "Is it okay for your massage now? Would you like to have a massage now, baby?" And your baby probably won't answer you yes or no. But if they look at you and focus on you and maintain eye contact with you, they're probably pretty interested. Unless they're crying or trying to crawl away from you, that would be a no. Okay, so we go back to those signs of engagement and disengagement. So then the first thing we would do is look at the leg. We would do one side at a time. And as you pick up your leg, the first thing we do is make a C shape with our hand. And we would start with Indian milking. What Indian milking does is it brings the circulation from the body down towards the limb. You can use the same hand over and over, starting at the thigh, bringing that all the way down to the ankle. Or you can do alternating hands as the baby gets older or they have a little bit bigger thighs. You may find that alternating the hands might be more comfortable for your baby. How many times should you do the strokes? Well, if you can do the strokes about 3 times, the first one introduces the touch to the baby, and the baby says, "Oh, I feel something there." The second one says, "I like it," or "I don't like it." And the third one's like, "I'm going to give you a sign. Yes, I like it," or "No, I don't." Okay? So usually 3 strokes is a telltale sign that they like it or they don't. You may find that your baby really enjoys 1 stroke and you want to do that 10 times. That's perfectly fine. And you can eliminate others if you find that your baby is not comfortable with those. The next one that we would do then would be we'd be working away with the squeezing and twisting away from the body. You can use 2 hands. If your baby's a little bit smaller and you just want to do that C shape in 1 hand and twist down towards that ankle, we're not twisting so hard as to make a snake bite feeling. We're just doing a small little twist. This is going to tone and stimulate the circulation in those legs. Okay. If you're wondering how much pressure you should be doing, if you take your finger and press it on your hand and you see the nail bed turn white, that's about the fair amount of pressure there. Okay, some babies may require a little bit more to feel like it's not so light that it's going to tickle them. They would need a little bit deeper or firmer touch. Okay, and others may not be comfortable with that firm of a touch. So lighten it up a little bit. Just look at when your nail bed turns white. The next one we would do is incorporate the foot with this leg massage and just press with your thumbs all over the sole of that foot. And just gentle pressing. We're going to move to the toes and gently twist and squeeze each toe. If your baby's toes are all curled up and they don't want you to really open them up to squeeze each one, that's fine. We'll just go around them. And then we're going to press on the ball of the foot with our finger. Press and release, and press and release. And you can do that one more time. This stimulates the reflexology zones that correlate to the different areas of the body, and it can help with congestion that they may have as well. After we've pressed and released, we want to press all over the sole of the foot again. And we're going to bring that right up over the top of the foot. And we can bring that over the ankles as well. Bring that up the shin and to the knee. And just pressing. The next step would be to do thigh circles. You can make that little circular motion around the thigh. If you're more comfortable using your index finger, you can, or your thumb works fine. After we've flushed the whole area, we've brought the circulation down, we've kneaded and mixed things up, we need to flush everything back towards the heart to increase that circulation, to cleanse that area, and we want to increase the circulation through the leg to help rid the body of any metabolic waste or toxins that might have been found in those muscles. So it's C shape, but this time we're going to do the Swedish milking, which starts at the ankle and works all the way up towards the thigh. So think of bringing everything back towards the heart. Okay, we're going to roll the leg. Stimulates the leg, it's relaxing for them. And we always complete the stroke with a touch and hold, and you can end with a feather light touch off that leg. And that's just to say goodbye to that leg, and we're all done with that. So we can do the same strokes on the other leg. You can take that leg and touch hold. This says hello to the baby. And the first thing we're going to do is the C shape from the thigh down towards the ankle. That's the Indian milking. That brings that circulation and the warmth down towards the feet. And then we're going to do the squeezing and twisting. If you'd like to use one hand, you may, or you can try and use two. And as you work your way down towards the ankle, we're going to pick up that foot and just press with your thumb all over the sole of the foot. This helps bring awareness to that baby, what those limbs are. They've been looking out here at these hands and the feet, and so as you incorporate the whole leg, it helps them to increase their body awareness. The next thing we're going to do is squeeze and twist those toes. And then we'll press on that ball of the foot again for those reflexology zones. And after we've done that, we want to press all over the sole of the foot again and bringing that over the top of the foot and around that ankle area and up the shins and towards the knee. And while we're up there, we can turn that into a thumb circles around the thigh. And you can bring it back down and do some small circles if you'd like around the ankle as well. So we've worked this whole area and we need to flush it out again. So we'll do that with the C-shaped Swedish milking back towards the heart. And then rolling of that leg. And finish with a touch and hold.